On today's episode, major software and hardware updates to FSD, Tesla makes moves on their lithium refinery in Texas, and surprising new numbers for Tesla's semi-production. There's a lot to get into, so let's get going. A surprising bit of news coming from an unlikely source is giving us an update on the planned production numbers of the new Tesla semi-electric truck. It looks like Tesla is anticipating 100 semis produced this year, which is way higher than previous estimates. The updated numbers come from Robin Denholm, chair of Tesla's board, as she testified on November 15th for the trial over CEO Elon Musk's compensation plan. And while that's a pretty solid source, the direct quote is, Tesla, for example, might produce 100 semi-trailer trucks this year, Ms. Denholm said. So that's a might produce rather than anything more solid, but it is certainly more than we expected back in October when Tesla announced they'd be shipping 15 trucks to PepsiCo's Frito-Lay plant in Modesto, California. At that point, the only solid numbers we had were that Tesla's semi-production line in Nevada was trying to hit the goal of 5 trucks per week. And in late October, some numbers were thrown around during Tesla's Q3 2022 shareholder presentation. In the call, Musk mentions he wanted to aim for the goal of 50,000 units produced by 2024, which is a hell of a ramp up. So it makes sense that increased production efforts are already underway, but going from 15 units delivered to PepsiCo this December to testimony reporting that Tesla would maybe hit 100 produced by around the same time is quite the jump. Mind you, just because Pepsi is going to be getting at least 15 semis doesn't mean Tesla wasn't producing more, and PepsiCo has ordered 100 trucks. And that's not to mention Pride Group Enterprises, Walmart Canada, UPS, and others ordering their own semis. That's around 800 orders that we could find at the beginning of November. Tesla's 500-mile range electric semi has the potential to be a real game changer for the transportation industry, and a lot of big names clearly think the same. So Tesla is probably trying to sprint to that 50,000 unit goal, or at least satisfy the orders they have on the books, but it will be very interesting to see the production reports and get some hard data on just how many they've finished in such a short time. I love cooking at home, especially with how much eating at restaurants is costing these days. Your most important tool in the kitchen is a sharp, high-quality knife, which is why we're excited to work with Kamikoto again on the channel. Kamikoto high-quality Japanese steel knives only use steel sourced from mills in Japan, and each knife comes in a heavy-duty ash wood box. The holidays are just around the corner, and this makes for a great gift. Using a sharp blade helps prevent cuts from a dull blade slipping on food, and it makes it faster to prepare food. You'll save time in the kitchen and help keep your fingers safe. Each blade is crafted using traditional techniques that have been honed and perfected through a rigorous 19-step process that takes several years from start to finish to complete. Every knife is individually inspected and comes with a lifetime guarantee, and the knives are used by Michelin star chefs all over the world. They have a lot of options, but the Kanpeki knife set includes a vegetable knife, a slicing knife, and a utility knife, handy for most of the work needed in the kitchen. Kamikoto has several special offers going on right now and is offering our viewers an extra $50 off on any purchase with the discount code TESLA50. Go to kamikoto.com/Tesla50 to get your Kamikoto Japanese steel knives today. Tesla is in the process of rolling out their biggest update yet to the full self-driving beta program with software version 11. And at the same time, we are getting our first look at the new computer chips that will power the FSD computer version 4 that will ship with the Cybertruck next year. Tesla started the rollout of their FSD Beta V11 on November 11th at 11:11 p.m. with the news that it would be the first iteration of their autonomous driving software that would run on a single stack, meaning Tesla's highway-focused autopilot and its main FSD software would be combined and operating as one program. The EV company's autonomous driving programs have been a huge draw to the brand and allow for Tesla vehicles to do things like change lanes, brake automatically, even navigate and park the car on its own to some extent. And while these systems aren't fully autonomous, requiring driver supervision, Tesla's beta testers have been eagerly awaiting each update, especially version 11, which the company believes should run a lot smoother as a single stack. For obvious reasons, the biggest part of the V11 release notes has to do with the merging of the two programs, officially activating FSD Beta on highway, as the entry says. The legacy highway system still relies on several single-camera networks, but the FSD Beta uses a multi-camera video network and their next-gen planner, which the company says will allow for more complex roadway interactions that don't focus on the lanes as much as the old system did, which should make it more flexible. To go along with that, there are several entries related to highway behavior. Things like improved merging, road debris detection, improved decisions on lane changes based on speed, and reduced sensitivity for those lane change decisions if your car is in chill mode, which is a customization setting that lets you set how quickly your Tesla accelerates and slows down. There was definitely a lot of time spent on the lane changing behavior. Aside from the earlier 2 points dealing with speed, there are 2 more that deal with when your Tesla may decide to make a quick jerk maneuver and the steps it takes to minimize the need to make them. This is apparently where the extra flexibility comes in, as the system will be reportedly less strict on where it is in the lane, as it anticipates lane changes with a newly improved trajectory optimization, which lowers the latency of the calculations made by 20% using numerical tricks for more efficient computations. We're not exactly sure what tricks they're leveraging there, but this whole update seems to be something Tesla believes is stable enough to commit to a wider release. In a couple of Twitter conversations, CEO Elon Musk said that the company was looking to widen the version 11 beta release before Thanksgiving. What they meant by widen was a little unclear, but Twitter users came to the rescue again on the 20th, asking Elon if he meant V11 was going to be going out to people who currently have the beta or to everyone who purchased FSD and won't have to do the safety score, which is a system Tesla uses to ensure drivers they invite to the FSD beta program are safe enough based on 5 safety factors that involve things like hard braking and aggressive turning. Elon responded with latter, making it pretty clear that they want to get version 11 to every FSD user by the end of November. That's a pretty clear statement about how confident Tesla is in their new version. But the shiny new software improvements aren't the only ones coming to the company's FSD system. We recently got reports that Tesla has placed a gigantic order for new computer chips for their next generation FSD computer from Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC, one of the world's largest semiconductor companies. It's likely this is the chip Musk mentioned at the launch of their previous Samsung-produced chip at the Tesla Autonomy Day back in 2019. That chip had been designed to completely replace Tesla's older hardware, which had been powered by NVIDIA equipment. But while Elon's announcement on their next-gen chip detailed that it would be coming out in roughly 2 years after the event, we hadn't heard much about it since TSMC reported receiving an order so large that Tesla would be in TSMC's top 7 customers next year, when the order would presumably start to be filled. We don't know much more about it, other than that it will be supplied to Tesla's factories from TSMC's facility in Arizona, and that Tesla confirmed the new chip wouldn't be required to achieve full self-driving, but it would definitely increase performance. Tesla's previous chip from 2019 was a part of their Hardware 3.0 self-driving computer and improved their processing speeds by a factor of 21. Pete Bannon, then head of Autopilot software, said he had never been part of a project where the factor of improvement was more than 3. And Elon said that this new chip is supposedly 3 times better than that one. So it looks like we're about to see a line start to form for retrofits. Tesla's plans for bringing battery-grade lithium refining to North America seems to be getting closer to reality as the EV company's negotiations with the Corpus Christi government in Texas have reportedly been moved into private sessions. Earlier in September, Tesla filed an application with the Texas Comptroller's Office where they described a lithium hydroxide refining facility which would process raw ore into a usable state for battery production. Back then, Tesla said that if this project was approved, they could start construction as soon as the fourth quarter of 2022 and be ready to start production by 2024. Well, negotiations can sometimes take a bit longer than that, but on November 16th, the Nueces County Commissioners unanimously voted to bring the negotiations into executive session. And given that they confirmed they were negotiating with Tesla about tax reductions, it certainly sounds like they are closing in on a deal. To go with this news, we've gotten a bit more detail on what exactly this refining project would look like. That's the benefit of public negotiations, I guess. We know that the piece of land being considered is about 25 minutes outside Corpus Christi itself, near Robstown, Texas. We also know that Tesla would be putting up $365 million for initial investment in the plant and would employ 165 full-time workers, plus about 250 construction professionals for the 2-year build. Tesla also listed some improvements they intend on making to the facility. These are things like research and development, parking lots and roadways, utility improvements, a dedicated rail line, fire prevention equipment, and storm and wastewater treatment infrastructure. It certainly looks like it's going to be a huge project. More than that, though, it's clear they are trying to invent a more sustainable process. They are planning a brand new type of factory using new processes designed to use less hazardous materials and produce more usable byproducts. Tesla doesn't do anything small, apparently. But also, Elon Musk has been pretty clear that he believes lithium refining is a license to print money. Getting a dedicated Tesla facility up and running by 2024 would be a huge benefit to Tesla, so it looks like they are sparing no expense, which makes sense. They've been gunning for an entry into the lithium industry for years now, going as far back as 2014 when they tried to purchase failed startup Symbol Materials. And back at the 2020 Battery Day, Tesla announced that it was getting into the mining business by purchasing 10,000 acres of lithium claims in Nevada. Musk has been clear that the high and rising cost of lithium was going to eventually force Tesla to do something, and it seems they finally have their opening. Regardless, we'll just have to wait and see if these final hurdles get crossed quickly. It definitely seems like Tesla's got this in the bag, though. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up today if you liked it. That is so important for getting our content out to more people. If you enjoy the content, then you'd probably also enjoy our weekly newsletter, so sign up with the link down below at theteslaspace.com. A huge thank you to all of our Patreon supporters who are listed on the screen now. You help us make the best content we can, and we really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.